I was listening to the preacher tonight. As the first one came up at 6 o'clock, we had a class at 6 o'clock. We in service all week because we were consecrating ourselves. Let me tell you something about consecration. When you do this at the beginning of the year, you allow God to do something different than you that he can do throughout the same year. But it's so important that you do it at the beginning of the year, right? Because last year was whatever it is to you last year. I know for me it was tough because sometimes when you don't achieve the goals that you set out, or sometimes when you messed up, made mistakes and everything in that nature, you just but when you consecrate yourself at the beginning of the year, you allow God to come in and pick those things up. And I remembered what the preacher was saying earlier as he talked about in the scripture. He was just telling us that you got to be content when you're at. That's what the scripture, you got to be content, whatever state that you in, because when you're content, you allow God to do what he's supposed to do. Because if you're not content, we so jittery, you know what I mean? I don't know about y'all, but for me, I'm antsy because I'm like, man, I messed up. I want to make sure that this year I'm doing the God. I don't want to waste anything that you have given me. I don't know about y'all, but those are some of the things that I thought. But when you consecrate yourself, then you allow God to do what he need to do. You pinpoint things that you won't normally see. Because let me tell you something, once this year gets started, it started. It started. We're going to keep going and keep going and keep going. But you have to learn that it's important that you sit down and have talks with God, because God cares for us. God really wants to be there for us. God really wants to mold us, shape us, and form, and not just for us. And because I can't stress this enough, it gives our kids something to look forward to. It gives our neighbors to look forward to. My assistant pastor said something the other day. He said, I am an interrupter. We are interrupters. We go in, we help people. Like, that's the way that the world moves. Everybody have something to say about Trump or whatever, but he's there for his people. Like, and when we need to be there for ours in every step of the way. God has given us all gifts and talents, power, healing, all types of stuff. But now this is the time right here to start using. And then when you even get worried, God is with you. He said, fear not, be not dismayed, for I am with you. I will everywhere the sole of your feet tread, I will bless. And not only just that, I want you to be strong and very courageous, and not only just have success, but good success. Know that God got your back this year. Know that God has the power. In your imperfection, he is made perfect. Know all these things going into this year, because when you know them and you know God for yourself, then when you get to those points, you know exactly what you need to do and how you get yourself out. So when your back is against the wall, you know exactly who to call on, what to pray for, and how to get out, and watch God work it out.